Hi, Jonathan York from Bay Financial Partners, looking at investment markets. Still sort of touch and go with the tax reforms being put forward by President Trump's administration. There's a little bit of talk now that potentially the corporate tax rate cut might be delayed by around 12 months. It's just going to be interesting to see how this sort of plays through going through Congress. If it is delayed, then look, it is a little bit of a blow, but if it's going to be 12 months down the road, it is still coming, so that should still be enough to sort of buoy the markets. Because certainly earnings have been pretty good. It's the reporting season, and just going to be interesting now to see how this sort of tax plan plays through and what sort of money gets pumped into the US economy. Still expecting a Fed rate hike in December, and it's just going to be interesting to see how that sort of plays through then in the sort of first half of 2018. How many more hikes we get. Potentially, there's Fed is still forecasting sort of 2 on their sort of dot plot, and it's just going to be interesting to see if that does in fact play through. Because certainly inflation does seem to be getting a little bit of a hold in the US. Obviously, you still got very low unemployment, and that's starting to just push through a little bit of sort of wage cost inflation coming through. And also as well, obviously with oil pushing above, well above that sort of $50, currently around sort of 55. It's just going to be interesting to see what sort of inflationary pressures that puts through into the economy. It does appear China's making a pretty big push out there to be the major sort of global player. Currently you could probably argue they're sort of running neck and neck with the US. And I'd say it's just going to be interesting to see really whether Trump can sort of get a control and get a grip on his administration. And probably more importantly, his sort of tweets and these sort of off the cuff comments to see if the US can sort of get back to having the upper hand. In the UK, after the rate hike, it's obviously the big talking point is now Brexit, and there really does seem to be very little momentum and sort of progress being made on Brexit. As you head into December, potentially things are starting to wind down until sort of New Year, then all of a sudden, it's 2018 and sort of 2019 March time is the sort of 2 years since Article 50 has been triggered, and I say very little progress being made. So there's certainly some pretty hard negotiations to be taking place over the next sort of 12 to 15 months. Here in New Zealand, the new government seems to be sort of settling down. The economy is pushing along at a pretty good rate. And as I say, it's just going to be interesting to see how the new sort of policies and sort of implementation of those policies sort of play through on the New Zealand economy. Most analysts and economists sort of forecast that really for the first sort of 12 months, there won't be really too much change. There's enough momentum in the economy to sort of keep it on an even keel. But sort of 12 months down the road, it's going to be interesting to see how the new sort of policies really start to impact on the New Zealand economy. A couple of interesting issues out there. You've got Precinct and you've got Properties for Industry. You've got 7-year bonds. Potentially 4.4 minimum on 4.55 respectively. And if you're interested in those, call us on 0800 867 323. Heartland Bank also have a rights issue in the marketplace as well, and if you're unsure on what to do on that, say call us on 0800 867 323 or go to the website www.bayfinancialpartners.co.nz for lots of interesting articles. We look forward to speaking to you soon.